What drew you to him most? I mean, obviously he's a professional. He's proven it over a number of years.
Yeah, a lot of different things. I think first and foremost his experience and what he's able to add to the team from that perspective is very important to us. He's played in the league a long time. He's someone, as we did a lot of research on him and got to know him, Channing's someone who takes pride in leading and takes pride in a mentor type of role. And we feel like, that in addition to what he can do on the court for us was very appealing.
Coaches all around the league talk about they want to pull their hair out when there's a stretch four. It changes the whole dynamic of the game. When you have a big guy that you have to guard at the three-point line, how important is that to a team to have a guy who can keep a defense honest?
It's important. We feel like Channing's ability to stretch the floor is going to help our team and really complement some of the other skill sets that we have on the roster. So we tried to look at it, in the aggregate, which I think is what most teams try to do, and try to figure out how the different players and different pieces can complement one another. And we feel like, Channing does that very well.
When you and Jacques met with him last week, how much convincing did you have to do?
To be honest, not a ton. We had a great conversation. Channing did most of the talking, actually, and it was really more than anything a getting to know you meeting and everybody getting comfortable with our vision moving forward.
Was he about as much of a complimentary player as there was out there? I mean, there really isn't anybody on your current roster that has his sort of skill set as far as the ability to stretch the floor and have that kind of size too. No?
Yeah, no question. I think, again, just his ability to create more space for our offense to operate is intriguing, and he's a proven shooter, and we like that about him.
Rob, it's kind of what Kenny just asked, but having him create more room for Alfred and Victor to drive, more room for Nick to post up, that's what you're thinking?
Yeah, I just think it gives us more versatility with how we want to play, and certainly his presence on the floor, I think, opens the floor by the very nature of him just being out there. So, yeah, we see that as a good thing.
Talking to him through the years, he seems like just very intelligent, professional type. Can he have an effect on your young guys in the locker room?
Yeah, I think he can, John. I think, we wouldn't have signed him if we didn't think that to be the case. And I think he's got a way about him, and he has a temperament and intelligence level that I think our whole team will benefit from.
You appear to view his age as a plus in the sense that he can mentor guys, but giving a multi-year contract to someone who's 31, how much pause, if any, did that give you?
Not a lot. Yeah, age is what it is. We feel like Channing's game is such that he'll age wisely, and we're not sure that his game will be impacted a whole lot by whatever age he is. So to answer your question, not a ton, no.
He talked about liking the culture here at Orlando. Is he a template for the kind of guy that you kind of want to bring into Orlando or bring into this team?
Yeah, I don't know if it's a template, but he certainly fits a lot of the things that we're trying to be about. He's a high character guy, great teammate, great family man, and we think he's a good basketball player who wants to compete and try to be bigger than himself. Try to do something greater than himself. So from that criteria, we feel like he checks a lot of those boxes.
You mentioned earlier, Rob, about doing some research into Channing, but without giving too much away, what does that sort of research entail? Specifically talking to
a lot of things. We talking to teams that have had him in the past, talking to teammates that he's played with, doing a lot of research statistically or watching video. So just I guess a well-rounded approach, trying to dabble into a few different areas to try to get a good picture of what we think he is and how he's going to do for us.
When you try to quantify the effect his shooting has on the team, do you look at his net advanced rating when he's on the court versus off the court? Is that the top statistic you guys find most valuable?
Those are a little bit over my head, Josh, so we just kind of rely on just the field goal percentage and the fact that he's a good guy and a good teammate.
Are there any future moves? Is this pretty much it between now and the start of training camp, or there might be something else?
I'm not sure. We always may have something up our sleeve, but I would think that this probably serves as the bulk of what we'll be doing this summer. But I do think we probably have a few other things to get done.
And like you said, you've gotten back to adding veterans on this team after it looked like it was getting, a young team was getting even younger there for a while there.
I think you might be onto something there. Yeah.
Oh, you're the one that's on.
The composition of the roster, I know you probably add some more tweaks here and there, but do you like what you've got in totality right now in the roster?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think it would be a problem if we said we didn't like it.
Yeah, that's a
So,
good point.
yeah, you know, we're excited with, you know, where we're at. We've still got a lot of work to do. We're fully aware of that, but we do think that we're heading in the right direction.
This free agency, so much of it was held up by LeBron James and other guys deciding where they wanted to go, but that really didn't seem to affect you. You went out and got Ben and Channing pretty quickly. What did you notice about this very unique sort of offseason where one or two guys could?
Yeah, you know, we were just trying to focus on what we felt was, you know, what's best for us. So our focus was always, how do we make the team better? How do we continue to get better under the context that we've been trying to build this team, you know, from the beginning, and just kind of staying the course. That was always our mindset and our philosophy. And if there were guys out there that, you know, we had targeted going in free agency, well, we wanted to be aggressive and try to get those guys.
So it didn't really affect you guys specifically at all, just because your mission is maybe a little bit different?
I think that's probably accurate, yeah. We were just kind of focused on what we felt was best for the team, and we were going to try to do that kind of regardless of what else was happening around us.
How are you set cap-wise now?
What do you mean?
Well, as far as the salary, there's still not anywhere close to the limit by any stretch. But,
We're still under the cap, yeah.
Well, great.
We're still under the cap.
Everyone good?
All right.